Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
Getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my back then, no.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Set, 380. 48 mark. Wait, 85.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it here with Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike! Hey, Charlie! Mike, Q. Go. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Rivers now. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
50. Mike 50.
Load it.
Mike 50.
We ain't giving it. Go orange.
Watch the shit.
Orange. Cluster.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Still on his feet. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds.
Here we go 47. 488. Let's put him on the buses. That's 26.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Desmond King making the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go 46. Gun. 26.
On third down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 28 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Delta!
On 2nd and 7, Rivers being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Easy. Hey, high 7. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Hey, man up, D. Check. Lucky. Hey. Cluster right. Check 24.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
54 Mike. Push him back. Push him. Hey, ground 80. Left.
Now Gordon on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Check. Left. 49.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, echo.
From the gun, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Rivers. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Hey, downtown! Greystone, travel. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shift. Watch this. Red. Check 25. Check. Hey, Foxtrot. Load it. Go. Wait, 89.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Check 47.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On first down, Elliott. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Marr able to put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Go! Check nine, play!
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Here we go. Kill. Hey, kill. 27.
On third down, it's Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now Rivers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, ready.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Third and long for Rivers. He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rivers now from the 50. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Load it. Load it.
Who's that? Mike's 50, Mike.
Again, it's Rivers. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby, receptionist. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Two former division rivals in the old AFC West, the Seahawks and Chargers, are underway.
They're 180! Hey, Brown 80!
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. 12.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Good job right there. Hey, Hero.
On 1st down, Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Touch 50. One fluff.
On 3rd down, Wilson letting one go deep for the end, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Go! Hey, here we go. White, 89.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Rocket.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They're going to try and throw. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon. Explosiveness on the sack. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, go. Flores. Good job right there. Gun.
To throw again. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Brings up 3rd down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. On 3rd down, Penny. And now running right through it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 15-yard pickup. But it'll lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Easy.
From the 24, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
19. Right
here. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. On 3rd down. It's Carson, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Hey, 79! 79! Hey, seam 6! Seam 6! Load it! Ahead!
Final play of the half, Rivers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but no, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. This will be taken short. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he's got some space here. 11 yards there, just like last play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. He'll find Metcalf. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
14.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Slam.
14.
They run again with Carson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Mike, 49. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 3rd down, Carson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run for it with Carson. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Hey, pick your game up. Red Delta! Hey, go orange.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Rivers, and incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Watch out. Hey, 79! 79!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense.